Good morning. Our first Sunday in Lent, from the book of Genesis. The Lord God formed man out of the clay of the ground, blew into his nostrils the breath of life, and so man became a living being. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and placed there the man whom he had formed. Out of the ground the Lord God made various trees grow that were delightful to look at and good for food, with the tree of life in the middle of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now the serpent was the most cunning of all the animals that the Lord God had made. The serpent asked the woman, "Did God really tell you not to eat from any of the trees in the garden?" The woman answered the serpent, "We may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden. It is only about the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden that God said you shall not eat it or even touch it, lest you die." But the serpent said to the woman, "You certainly will not die. No, God knows well that the moment you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like gods, who know what is good and what is evil." The woman saw that the tree was good for food, pleasing to the eyes, desirable for gaining wisdom. So she took some of its fruit and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. And the eyes of both of them were open. They realized they were naked, so they sewed fig leaves together and made loincloths for themselves. The word of the Lord. Our second reading from Paul's letter to the Romans. Brothers and sisters, through one man sin entered the world, and through sin death. And thus death came to all men, inasmuch as all sinned. For up to the time of the law, sin was in the world, though sin is not accounted when there is no law. But death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over those who did not sin, after the pattern of the trespass of Adam, who is the type of the one who was to come. But the gift is not like the transgression. For if by the transgression of the one the many died, how much more did the grace of God and the gracious gift of the one man, Jesus Christ, overflow for the many? And the gift is not like the result of the one who sinned. For after one sin, there was the judgment that brought condemnation. But the gift after many transgressions brought acquittal. For if by the transgression of the one, death came to reign through that one, how much more will those who receive the abundance of grace and the gift of justification come to reign in life through the one Jesus Christ? In conclusion, just as through one transgression condemnation came upon all, so through one righteous act acquittal and life came to all. For just as through the disobedience of the one man the many were made sinners, so through the obedience of the one the many will be made righteous. The word of the Lord. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and afterwards he was hungry. The tempter approached and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command that these stones become loaves of bread." He said in reply, "It is written, one does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes forth from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and made him stand on the parapet of the temple, and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down. For it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and with their hands they will support you, lest you dash your foot against a stone." Jesus answered him, "Again it is written, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test." Then the devil took him up to a very high mountain, showed him all the kingdoms of the world in their magnificence. And he said to him, "All these I shall give you, if you will prostrate yourself and worship me." At this Jesus said to him, "Get away, Satan. It is written, the Lord your God shall you worship. Him alone shall you serve." Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and ministered to him. The Gospel of the Lord. I found this on Facebook, and I think it's appropriate for us in Lent to take a look at ourselves with these items. What do we give up? Give up complaining. Focus on gratitude. Give up pessimism. Become an optimist. Give up harsh judgments. Think kindly thoughts. Give up worry. Trust divine providence. Give up discouragement. Be full of hope. Give up bitterness. Turn to forgiveness. Give up hatred. Return good for evil. Give up negativism. Be positive. Give up anger. Be more patient. Give up pettiness. Become mature. Give up gloom. Enjoy the beauty that's all around you. Give up jealousy. Pray for trust. Give up gossiping. Control your tongue. Give up sin. Turn to virtue. Give up giving up. Hang in there. God bless everyone. Have a good week. Woman is getting ready for dinner. She can't open the jar because the lid is so tight. She starts banging the jar on the counter when the phone rings. She asks her 4-year-old daughter, please get the phone. She hears the daughter say hello. No, Mommy can't come to the phone right now. She's hitting the bottle. Have a good week, everyone. It's always good to be professional once in a while. God bless. Take care.